Hey everybody, we gonna do cornbread, and I'm frying pork chops, and I've got these little peas. Ooh, these right here. Let's see if I can bend you down. See those with the butter? I just did one serving. I just buy the bag of peas. I'll show you the peas. They're right here. And what I do is I just pour out as much as I think I can eat in a colander and rinse them off really well. Put them in the pot with a pat of butter, salt, pepper, and water. And then you just boil them until they're done. So that's the peas. We're doing the peas. And I'm also doing potatoes because I like fried pork chops with potatoes, not just rice. And look at these. They had those little purple potatoes, you know, that variety of potato up on sale at Publix. So I cut those up and washed them because you have to rinse your potatoes before you boil them or you're going to get an overflow. So what I'm doing is I have to make cornbread, and I'm also frying pork chops, but we're going to do the cornbread first. And what I need to do is I'm making 2 cornbreads, y'all. And you want to know something? This pan right here is totally different from this pan. This one is not cast right. It's like crooked. It's the craziest thing. It's a really, really old one. Somebody made it by hand. It's not perfect. But anyway, it works great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point y'all to the stove. And I'm going to get these pans, start to get them hot. I'm already going to go ahead and put these on a medium low. And I've got bacon grease, of course. Oh, let me get my spoon out for the bacon grease. I always forget that. Well, it's one of these butter spreaders. And we're going to put a dollop of bacon grease in both of these. You'll see. That might be too much, but that's going to make it even taste better. Lord, I gonna have to get some more bacon grease going. Anybody need me to cook bacon for them? Come on over here. I'll bring your bacon and I'll cook it for you. See, I got one empty right over there. All right, let me get this open. Hold on, y'all. I ain't put my hair up neither. It's just me cooking. I ain't in no, I'm not in any kind of institution where I got to keep that on my, I ain't doing that. Let me put this back in the refrigerator, y'all. Hey everybody, I'm frying pork chops. And I'm making cornbread. I kind of have to make cornbread. A friend of mine, please make me some cornbread. I'm like, well, how much you want? He goes, just for me. So I said, okay. Let me get the buttermilk out right here. So now we're going to do, and I get this kind of buttermilk. It's good too. So here we go. I'm going to point you down. I've got this kind. Y'all swaying a little because I got a new noodle doodle. And, whoo, what's that? To make 2 of these, I'm going to use 1 cup of buttermilk. And see, I'm going to get this going like that around. Y'all see how I'm swirling that? I'm going to do this as well. We need to get it smoking hot. I mean, where it's smoking. Because when I pour the cornbread in, it's going to cook it a little bit. And I got my oven preheated. Oh, I better not use that one. Better use this one right here. I'm going to do the 1/2 cup and see if that'll fit in there all right. Yeah, that fits in there okay. Do 2 1/2 cup. So we're doing a cup of cornmeal. And this is the regular old self-rising. You notice I didn't measure that correctly. Self-rising cornmeal mix, Martha White. It's not the buttermilk one. And let me put this right over here. And now we're going to crack some eggs in it. These eggs just came out of the chicken. Oh, shoot. I forgot I had y'all on my, I've got y'all on my, y'all just going to look. Hold on. All right. So I don't know what that looks like. Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot sometimes. So let me crack these eggs in this bowl right here in this cup. Like that. because I don't want to get any of that bloom. See that coming off? That's the chicken feather from its bahonky. You got to be clean when you're cooking. All right, rinse that off. Let's see, that's starting to bubble. I'm gonna throw these in there just like that and put that back in the sink. And let me get a fork, everybody. Get me a fork, and I'm gonna start doing this right here. And I'm not gonna forget my oil this time. You gotta put in about a tablespoon of oil. And I'm using this one right here. I find that the oils are pretty much all the same. That's all I'm gonna use right there. And it's starting to get hot. It's smelling like bacon in here. It's starting to cook. So what I'm gonna do is turn it down just a little bit, because shake up this buttermilk, everybody. And then we're gonna do this. Like this. Y'all can see in there all right. Pour a little bit of buttermilk. It's gonna be about maybe, I think, 1/4 of a cup of buttermilk in it. I'll show you the consistency you want. And if you do over pour, you can always add more of the cornmeal mix in there. No salt, no pepper, just this. Needs just a little bit more. That's perfect, I do believe. If I had smell-o-vision. Woo. Just a little, not even a capful more. That's it. And I'm gonna put this up in my refrigerator. And you can add what you want to this cornmeal, you know. You can add a can of, drain you some corn. All right. And I'm gonna have to run off. I gotta go get my iPad because I forgot a timer. All right. And that's the consistency you want it. Want it kind of runny like that. See that? All right, let me check my oven. I at 450 yet. Yeah, I'm close. So what I'm gonna do now is gonna turn these up kind of high. Yeah, they smoking good. All right, I'm gonna turn them off. Now y'all watch. About half in there. Actually, I'm just gonna do a whole one. That's a whole one. It filled that whole pan. I done screwed it up. Oh well. Get all that out. And I'll just use that pan right there to fry my pork chop in. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this over, well, I'm gonna leave you right there. I'm gonna put this in the oven for 20 minutes and then I'm gonna check it. All right. And y'all just watch the stove, watch my peas, and watch my potatoes. I need to go get my timer on my iPad, y'all. I'm coming right back. All right. So I'm back now. And what we're going to do is I need to time this. Oh, Lord, what a time is right there. And we're going to do it for 20 minutes. Start. Put that right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, that's bacon grease in there. I'm going to go ahead and start frying me a pork chop. And I'm going to show y'all how much grease I'm putting in here. Not very much. Let's see here. Put just a little bit more. It's maybe 1/8 of the way up that pan. You don't want to put a pork chop in there and then your whole entire pork chop's covered, you know. So we're going to do it like this. You're going to buy you some pork chops. I like the kind with the J-bone. When you get these out of the pack, there's all this stuff on there. You've got to wash your pork chops, which I'm getting ready to do right now. Just wash them with cold water. And I can't touch the phone now because I got my hand on the pork chop. But I'm doing 2 of them. And we're going to do one at a time. And these, they said these were wafer thin, but they're a little bit thick if you ask me. You got to get all of that bone shard off of your pork chop because you definitely don't want to eat that. All right, now I got to wash my hands. I don't fool with that. Ooh, Lord. I hope y'all having a good Saturday. I hope I have to work tonight. I did last night, man. I had a good time. All right, let me get... One thing you do if you're frying, always make sure your hands are dry because, woo, Lord, you will have a popping ceremony up in your kitchen if you don't. All right. So now, I've got this little baggie full of... I use the House of Autry pork chop breader. That's the one I use. Let me get this going right there. I'm gonna cook it on about a medium. Get my utensil out. I moved them around, y'all. So, grab that pork chop that I just washed, and we gonna do this. Put them in the bag like that. Put that right here. Let me move this over here like this. I'm gonna wipe this down. I don't like to have a dirty counter, y'all. I got to have my counter clean. And then you seal it up while you're holding it. And then you're gonna shake this thing around and get it all good and battered. And I'll show y'all the brand of pork chop breader that I use. And this is the easiest way to do it. Some people say, oh, just put it on a plate in a paper bag. You know, they're making them, I'm using them. It's the plastic bag. And then I like really get it, I like squeeze it. Make sure that breading's on there really, really well. Turn my tater down. And I'm gonna stir my pea. Right here like this. All right. Let me get my little spoon rest. And we're going to put him right there like it's supposed to go. Oh, you know what? I rearranged, so it ain't going to go there no more. All right. Do it like that. And now we're going to test this pork chop, y'all. All right. Hey, Angie. Hey, Clara. John Hope, I'm showing y'all how to fry pork chop. All right. And it's always, you know, you can use them right out in the refrigerator, which I'm doing. It's going to just cool your oil down when you put it in. So it's probably better to do them at room temperature, but I'm funny about pork. And we're going to see if that oil is ready to use yet. And the way you do that is you go and grab in your little bag and get you a... Hold on, let me get some. Get you a tiny bit of flour and go like that. See how it's doing? So that's ready. You go just like this. You're going to shake it over there and go like this. And that's how you do that. And we're going to get me a plate out so I can that plate right there. Make sure that yeah, that's not hot. Yeah, I test it. I don't want to butter my pan up, my plate up. That's my favorite plate. And don't fry anything if you don't know how to do it. This is actually dangerous what I'm doing because you could have a fire. But I really am watching it and I know what I'm doing. Just you don't do that. Okay? And you want to know what? Since we on live, I ain't gonna do that. Oh my goodness. And I'll tell y'all about Shirley too. I went and she likes to smoke. And I can't bring her any cigarettes, but I got her everything she wanted. And her little kitty cat needs a home. She's doing really well, but she's not going to be able to come home around Christmas. It's going to be a little while. So I went over there and I got, you know, stuff she might want, like her cigarettes and stuff like that. And hopefully she'll be able to sneak and get her one. I mean, shoot, she's 85. She's been doing that all her life. Might as well let her. Let me go get more of that pork chop bread because I'm going to do one more pork chop. And this is what I use right here. Keep it in the refrigerator once you open it. And let me show y'all how to do this. And I'll tell y'all whenever you're supposed to flip that pork chop. It's when you see the blood coming up. That one is a little thick, so it's going to take maybe longer than 3 minutes to cook that. And just pour you some on each side. That's all you do. Alright. Just like this here. Roll them up. And then you put them back into the pack. I do it upside down. That way I know I got a secure thing here. Put them back in there like that. Need to turn those peas up. Alright. So I could have used a bigger pan and done both pork chops at one time, but I just decided not to because that one cornbread's going to go to Kevin. It's going to be really good too. That White Lily cornmeal mix, that stuff is so good. And everything will get ready at the same time. That's how you do it. But I love a fried pork chop, and my favorite thing with fried pork chops are mashed potatoes and these little peas. And that cornbread, you could have put sugar in it if you wanted to make it sweet, but he wanted regular cornbread, plain, so I said, all right. So hopefully I'll get a tour and hand it to him tonight. All right, I'm going to put that in the dishwater and put my little things back right here like this. And hold on a second. Let me get this right here. I gotta rinse this, y'all. Cornmeal will definitely stick soon. Alright, y'all see the blood coming up. I know that's a gross word, blood, but it's starting to come up. And once that comes up all the way over in here, right in there, I'm gonna flip it. I'm going to have me a good lunch. Hey. Hey, Mr. Grimsley, how you doing? All right. Long time no see to your wife, Miss Alice Grimsley, the art teacher. I'm pretty sure that's the right Robert Grimsley. I have a couple of Robert Grimsley friends. She was my favorite art teacher. All right. Alright, that's going to be ready to flip in just another couple of minutes. Turn those peas up, might as well. And it doesn't, potatoes, they don't take long at all. If you slice them thinly enough, they'll boil in no time. Alright. Let me look at this cornbread. Ooh, you want to know what, y'all? That's some beautiful looking cornbread. I wish you could see it. It's separated from the side of the pan and is coming up like a muffin. And all that bacon grease is coming up from underneath. Alright. I'm just going to wait about another 30 seconds and I'll flip this pork chop and then I'll do the next one. So it got cold over the last few nights. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like that weather at all. And I had a tour. And we went and it was kind of rainy, but I'm very prepared when it comes to that. I'm going to flip this pork chop now. It's ready to flip. Make sure you got a good grip on it. See that? It's beautiful. Always let it drip just a little. All right. Now I'm going to time it. I'm going to flip it when it gets to in the middle of the 10 and the 11. So we're going to do it that way. Let me see. Y'all, I got to look at my clock for real. All right. I've got 3:47. We're going to do it 3:51. I'm going to take it off. It'll be ready. Ooh, that's a good thing. But yeah, so I did my tour, and I had A really nice couple. I had a family, and guess what their last name was? But I didn't say anything to them because I know they've already got, ouch! I've already gotten, I bet you they've already gotten some grief from it. Their last name was Bumpus. And I did just get a ghost tour. If my phone rings, I forgot to put on the do not disturb, so oh well. But yeah, I just got a tour tonight. Hopefully it'll be at 7. Because I like to do the earlier tour. But yeah, the Bumpus family, man, we had a really good time. We actually had activity on that tour. And that was 2 nights ago. Then last night I had a really nice couple. And I think they were from near Charlotte. And not a daggone thing happened. But they really enjoyed the tour. And I'm going to do one again tonight. But I was really prepared. I got this Ushanka hat. And it's in my car. Daggone it. Actually, let me look. I'm going to go see if I don't have it. No. Yep. Yeah, I got it. Y'all would not believe this hat. I've had this hat for about 25 years. Look here. We're going to put it on. Look at that. It's a beaver, so it's waterproof. Let me put that way and go get nothing on it. There we go. I threw them to the kitchen table. All right, let me look at that time. We got about another minute and a half on this pork chop. And that's water cut. You hear all that? All that, that's just a little water that comes out of it. Swirl them here around like that. I'm going to go ahead and turn those up like that. And then, you know, once it sits in the bag for a minute, you got to, it'll absorb into the meat, the floury stuff, bread. So just keep doing this with it. And, that's going to be a doggone good lunch right there. Karen, are you on the thing? I know you're working. If you'd like a fried pork chop, I'm making 2. You can have one. So, I'm excited about the Star of David appearing on Christmas Eve this year. The last time that happened was, they said, you know, 600 some odd years ago, how many years ago it was when Jesus was born. So there's definitely something going on, and all the planets are aligned. Let me check out what time it is. We got about 1 more minute. You make sure you leave it in that long, and the reason being you want to make sure your pork is cooked. But look at this cornbread again. That cornbread looks seriously good. And the cornbread ought to be ready by the time this is ready. So I gotta move my thing right here, and oh Lord, I about had an avalanche. I needed to make room on my little cutting board thing over here to take the cornbread out. About 30 more seconds. We're gonna take it out. I'm just gonna look at it. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. See that? And you can also do like that if you think you want to get it more crispy crunch. See that? All right, and I'm gonna put it on this little paper plate. I mean the paper towel. All right, just like that. So now we're gonna do this one. All right. And also do not fry if you have never fried before. You can really hurt yourself. Look at that. See, that one's gonna screw up because it wasn't as thick as the other one, and the oil went on the top of it, and it's not supposed to do that. So we just gonna have to see how that turns out. That's all you do. That's all how you do. That's all you do. It's easy to cook. You just can't be afraid. And when it comes to ingredients, some people only buy the very best of ingredients, And that is true when it comes to certain things. But when you're frying pork chops, I found peanut oil is really good. But as for, this is a very good vegetable oil. And I think I got this one at Save-A-Lot. And they have really good pork chops. These pork chops came from Dosher's though. So just make sure you, use a vegetable oil or a peanut oil to fry your pork chop in. And you can use Wesson or Crisco if you want. That one is a good brand. I'm finding that when I'm frying pork chops, it really doesn't matter what brand of oil that I use. Oh well. And remember that I had bacon grease in it, so we're mixing up some bacon grease in that too. And that's really nice. And you know what I need to do, because I don't know if you can see right here, that's doing a pop bubble. I'm gonna have to cut it. Just do it like this. Just like that. Y'all see how I did that? And always make sure your handles are where flush with your stove. Because if you go like this and rake that, you're going to have a belly full of hot grease and you be in the ER. And I did go to the emergency room exit today to give Shirley all her stuff, and they were really good. I didn't get out the car. I had my Lysol can and I sprayed it. They got everything out the back seat and I sprayed my car. And she got her stuff she needs. And I got her a little mini tray of snacks that she wanted. This is about ready to almost flip. About another 2 minutes. It'll be going good. By the time that's ready, let me see how these potatoes are. Oh yeah, those potatoes are done. So I can just turn those on low. And I'll just mash them up with some butter. And I like sour cream and milk. Just a little bit of each. Alright, which I'll actually do while I'm on the live with y'all. I'll do my potatoes too. Alright, so I'm checking this out. Whenever this gets bloody up right there, we gonna do that. And since I got y'all here, I don't need to, y'all can look right here at me. I gonna rinse my thing out right here and put them into the dishwater so I got extra room in the sink, you know. And I love these right here. They rinse out really nicely. I love them. Throw that scissor in there. Y'all, I got to do my dishes too because I don't have a dishwasher and I don't want a dishwasher. Alright, so I'm going to flip this pork chop now. Y'all watching? See that blood? Here we go. You got to make sure you have a good grip or don't flip it. Look how beautiful that is. That is beautiful. Alright. And now I'm going to time that for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Make sure I got it. It's going to come right out at 1 minute until 4 on my clock, which is really 1 minute till 3. I still haven't changed my clock. So what I'll do is I'm going to drain these potatoes, and I drain them with this. I'm going to go just like this, and always just like that. See that? I'm going to drain. There's the cornbread, y'all. There's the cornbread. Alright. That burner is off. Let me get that timer. Alright. You got to pay attention when you cook. I'm going to let it stay in about another 2 minutes because it's 20 to 25 minutes. It's not a very golden brown yet. So, when this pork chop comes out, I'm going to take out the cornbread. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to get out my sour cream and my butter. Let me get my one right here. A little bit of butter like that. Put it in the pot. And my sour cream. Let me get a spoon. There we go. Use a fork. Stir me some of this around like this. I like the Daisy brand. There's a difference in sour creams for real. All right, about another minute. Just about that much because of the potatoes. And just go like that. And a little bit of milk. But you want to know what? I don't have I got half and half. I ain't gotten too fat yet. Just a tad, maybe a little bit more. All right. About 30 more seconds, and then I'm just going to stir this up in here like that. Ooh, see, that's why you wear an apron. And smash it. You can use a potato smasher, which I usually do. All right. Hold on. 30 more seconds. And then I'm going to eat my potatoes and my peas, which are going to be good and done. And I hope y'all have a real good Saturday afternoon. 20 more I'm going to wait one more. Hold on, they done. Always turn that oil off. Look how beautiful that pork chop is, y'all. See that? So that's the fried pork chop. See that? There's one side and the other side. And then they're going to cool off on that plate like that. And we'll put that in the sink. And these are done as well. Always take your hot grease pan and move it all the way to the back of the stove, because if you have any cats or any animals, you know, children, you definitely do not want them to, definitely don't want them to get burned. So now I'm going to serve it. And I'm going to not forget about that cornbread. Let me look at it one more time. We're going to see. Yeah, it's done. It's done enough anyway. If it's not, I'm going to put it back in. I'm going to show y'all how to check it out. It's done. I know it is. Look how beautiful this cornbread is, y'all. And always have really good pot holders. I'm having to use two because that was a 450 oven. Look how pretty that is. Kevin, that's your cornbread. You go enjoy it. But I am going to... I just got a scent. It's gone now. It was like a sweet odor. I got a ghost. It smelled very familiar too. That was strange. Did that light blink at all? It's not the cornbread. I really did just get a weird odor. And always have your kitchen majig, because look, you can get, if you don't like juice, I don't like juice. You just put them on your plate with no juice. I'll show y'all. So, look here. So we got the cornbread and the fried pork chop and the tater, and I need to finish smashing my taters. And that's just how I'm gonna eat today. And see, that's not a whole lot. That's not a whole lot at all. Right there, that's it. Put that in the sink. And then mash my tater up some more. And I hope y'all have a very good Saturday afternoon. I love all y'all. And if anybody wants me to cook for them, or you come over here and grab what I'm cooking, I'll definitely do that. I put too much milk in my taters, but that's all right. I like them like that too. All right. All right. I see my tater got some kind of soupy. It's because I'm not smashing them with my tater smasher. Get them good and smashed. Oh my goodness. I made Chex snack mix last night, y'all, and I did buy onion powder and put it in it. Boy, it's good. And I didn't send Shirley any Chex snack mix because she can't have certain, like I bought her some bread and she can't have certain I don't know what it was. Might be wheat or something. All right. I love y'all, and I'm going to enjoy this. And I'm also going to go and see who reserved, and hopefully it's at 7. If y'all want to go on my tour, let me know. Bye. God bless you.